Perspective is a curious thing. As an empath, you may feel like you've been cursed, or perhaps you say to yourself, I must have done something really awful in another life. Friends, families, even coworkers may try to say to you, oh, you're so dramatic. Stop being so overly sensitive. Just grow a thicker skin. But all of these viewpoints are not helping you learn to deal with your gift of empathy. So today, let's take a look at how not only can you survive as an empath, but how you can learn to thrive. Welcome everyone, it's Marsha Martin, the Heart Healer, and here with me today to help us understand more fully and completely your gift of empathy is the Order of Melchizedek. This is a group of spiritual beings who have been with us since the beginning, who are really foundational in their support. Their name means rightful king or king of righteousness. They are considered to be the angels of spiritual evolution or the angel of the Christ consciousness. Now let us remember the Christ consciousness is that I am presence. So this is the best support that you can receive as an empath. As a group of spiritual beings, they help to balance and synchronize all of the energies. They are responsible for helping to create order. They deal with the basic structure of the universe, and they oversee the arrangement of the atomic particles, those basic elements of life, using the color inherent in all things. Now, as I have mentioned to you many times across the videos, all of these beings are aligned on different rays, and the rays are at different vibration, and they correspond to different colors. So one of the ways in which they may be using color to help alter the fabric of the universe is perhaps there's too much red. If they were to withdraw some of the red energy, the intensity of that red, then it would be less likely to engage in war or to engage in violent actions because they've lowered the pain threshold. They've lowered what we will accept. As a basic builder of energies, the Order of Melchizedek can help you understand yourself and in that way strengthen or weaken various aspects of yourself. So if you feel that you are overly critical, you would want to strengthen your ability to look at all that you are doing that's good and weaken your desire to criticize. They also help you understand situations so that you're more able to release negativity. They help you to maintain focus and to create an energy of acceptance for yourself and others. So now let's look at who you are as an empath. An empath feels and absorbs other people's emotions, physical symptoms, and just the general tenor of the room. An empath may try to counteract the feelings of overwhelm that they experience by taking on the emotions of others or the emotional climate even of the world by binging or having a panic attack getting depressed or experiencing chronic fatigue. It's really important that you as an empath learn how to regulate yourself and understand that even though you can feel everything that's going on, it's not your job to fix it. But the Order of Melchizedek is going to come through with a writing in just a second that will explain that to us more clearly. First, let's look at the 10 traits that empaths share. And all of you are going to share most of these. You may not have all of them. Number 1 is that you're highly sensitive. You love to give. You're spiritually open, and you're a good listener. Number 2, you tend to absorb the emotions of others, so you feel everything. You're the sponge in the room. You're often introverted, not good in crowds. You may feel overwhelmed in crowds. You're highly intuitive and rely heavily on your gut feelings. You'll need alone time. You tend to recharge by being alone. Also, nature is highly good for you. You got to balance, though, between being alone and getting isolated. You can be overwhelmed in relationships, just like you're overwhelmed by crowds. So oftentimes the empath may pull back because they're afraid of being engulfed or losing their identity. You can be a target for energy vampires, and you can get sucked in to other people's drama. Remember that you are going to need time in nature. It is quite restorative to you and really an important part of keeping your balance and well-being. You have highly tuned senses. Because you are more aware, you can get overwhelmed by noise, smell, or even conversation, chatter. And you may overgive. An empath is usually never in danger of over-receiving, but they can often be in danger of overgiving. So now it's time for us to take a look at what is and what isn't expected of the empath. As I said earlier, you may think you're cursed because it's so difficult to navigate your way through this hypersensitive environment. So the first thing you need to remember is even though you can feel it, it doesn't mean you are supposed to suck it all up. What you can do is share empathy, share commiseration and consideration. And one thing that I love for all empaths to do is take a step back and instead step forward energetically with a blanket of pink and gold light. This is just a way to say, I care about you without needing to suck up someone else's pain. That pain is there for a reason. It's there for their growth, and it's not there so that you can take it away. So let's take a look at what the Order of Melchizedek is calling an empath's survival guide. As an empath, you may feel that you're blown around by the winds of fate. Since you can read the emotional output of others, you may feel that it's your job or your purpose to be the bedrock of stability or the absorbent sponge that soaks up the pain and discomfort of those around you. But we are here to remind you that there is no gift or purpose which requires one person to do the work of another. Each being is here by design. Each being has their own life journey, filled with experiences that will provide learning opportunities and each being must be allowed to interact with what they have chosen if they are to grow and prosper. Therefore, dear empath, we must advise you to butt out. You must stop trying to live someone else's life, no matter how noble your intentions, and commit to showing up for your own life. When you, as an empath, jump in front of the runaway train that someone else has created with their vibrational resonance, you interrupt the natural order of things for yourself and others. This means that not only are you out of alignment, but they are as well. Many of you having been run over by the speeding train of emotion, then declare, I guess I'm not good enough, or God sure hates me. But you fail to realize that you are both the cause and the solution. Therefore, if you are experiencing anything you dislike, you only need look within to discern the source. As an empath, you may be a sensitive and loving friend, a good listener and a caring person. You may share energetic support and share the gifts of unconditional love and acceptance, but you may not and cannot take on another's burden and expect to receive a thank you from Source. Each person must be responsible for their choices, and you may not remove them from that responsibility without serious repercussions. Help by offering support and caring. Do not try to take over or take anything away. Empaths, you are an important part of the fabric of the universe, but you are not the entire universe. We beseech you now to join the Order of Melchizedek and learn to be a support to a world that is awakening. Be the warm blanket of love that encourages all, but do not try to rid the world of fear. Allow each one to find their way as you remind them that they are loved and blessed children of God. We need to remember that each being on this earth, every creature, regardless of race, gender, sexual orientation, or choice, is safe and loved. Your physical existence will cease. Your life will continue on. You are safe and loved. You cannot be destroyed. They cannot be destroyed. If someone has soaked up an energetic vibration that is unloving, or has created with their thoughts and their words and their actions an experience that is uncomfortable, be their support, but don't try to negotiate the experience for them. Wrap them in that blanket of pink and gold light. Wrap it around them 3 different times. You are not interfering with their free will. If they don't want to receive your love and kindness, they don't have to. Just allow it to go on to the person who is willing to receive. Just let it go. Don't try to get all wrapped up in somebody else's life, because what's going to happen is you won't be available for your life. And empaths, we need you with a clear heart that is really receptive and sending out unconditional love and support every minute of every day. So please do the work to release yourself from everybody else's burdens and if you find that you are carrying emotional stuff that doesn't feel good, get into the heart and do the work to release it. You're the one in charge. You're the one that knows what to do and how to do it. Get into the heart, commune with the I Am presence, call on God, and get the support that you need to clear out other people's baggage. But please, don't be the sponge in the room. Be the loving, giving, caring person who is well shielded and is offering blankets of pink and gold light. Thank you, all my wonderful subscribers. Thank you all who are liking and sharing and commenting on these videos. And if you're an empath and you're feeling really overwhelmed, I invite you to join me on my website. It's MarciaMartinTheHeartHealer.com. That's Marcia spelled M-A-R-C-I-A. Or if you really feel that you need support, join my Patreon community, because so many of those of you who are awakening are empathic. I have lots and lots of information and personal experience to share with you about being an empath. So join us in Patreon, or if you really need support, then sign up to work with me individually. But until next time, I'm sending you all my love and my deepest gratitude.